Hey everybody, I'm gonna go through any percent Luigi only here today. Luigi is used in regular any percent for a few levels, so 6.2, 6.3, and 7.1. So instead of covering those again, I'm just gonna throw some links to any percent tutorials in the description of this video. And then for the rest of the levels, even though some of them have been covered in other tutorials, I'm just gonna walk through how I do them. But yeah, let's get into this. Alright, so in 1-1, first screen's pretty easy. You're just falling here, and the goal is to get yourself in the door as quickly as possible. Alright, so on this next screen, there are a number of different ways you can jump your way through this, so I'm going to show how I do it. So I first start by just jumping over these enemies. That's a full jump. One thing to notice is that Luigi falls slower while holding the jump button. This is going to be me releasing the jump button at the peak of Luigi's jump. And now this is me holding jump the entire time. So he falls quite a bit slower. So you can kind of use that to adjust where you're going to land in a lot of spots, but the way I like to do it is to plan for as many full jumps as possible to take out a lot of the guesswork. So the first big jump I do is right here. You see the pattern is kind of pointing up, so just past halfway where the pattern is going up, a full jump will take you to here onto this POW block. From here I do another jump, and I do release this one early. You want to try and land as far to the left as possible, so that if you're too far over here, you'll bonk against the log a little bit. Otherwise, you can jump straight up to the shy guys that are walking across the log. Here, let me reload everything here. So from there, you can jump to quite a bit of different things in this area. I was trying to show some of the different options. So a full jump, nearly a full jump, and this is just a small jump. I try and land here. It's probably easier, honestly, to land here, but for some reason I do that. There is a 1-up here. When you're learning pretty much any category in this game, I would recommend getting the 1-up. Then from here, a small jump will take you to this platform. And then from here, what you want to do is land on that shy guy. It's moving to the right, so it gives you a tiny little speed boost. It doesn't amount to much, but you might as well go for it. So, if you happen to miss this platform here, though, there are other options. You can double jump up to the top pretty easily with Luigi. He jumps really far and really high, but he jumps slowly. He doesn't gain speed quite as fast as some of the other characters, so the window to do double jumps is pretty generous with Luigi. So as a backup, if you miss that little platform, you can just double jump up. Not too bad. So in this cave, a full jump from the very edge here will take you up here, and then you can jump right up again and grab this. There are two things you can do. There is a clip that'll show a lot of people what they'll do, and this is shown in some of the beginner tutorials, is just do like a little duck jump and then get up there. But I'm going to show the clip here. So the idea is we're going to grab this, we're going to run all the way to the left wall, turn around, throw it hard into the right wall, and then right before the shy guy hits us, we're gonna tap the up button for as briefly as possible to grab onto the ladder. And then as soon as the shy guy actually hits us, you want to start holding down. And at that point, you'll see Luigi start moving into the ground a little bit. He won't clip all the way through, though. There are two options. You can either then hold up again, or you can mash down. I tend to mash down, but either is fine here. Well, I released the run button here, so okay. See if we can get this. Yeah, so right there, we're halfway through. I can either hold up at this point or mash down. And then from here, so the game thought we were on a vine there briefly. Generally, what you want to do is do a vine jump. You get 8 frames with Luigi, which is pretty generous if you're holding diagonal up. If you're just holding left here, you only get 1 frame to do the vine jump, but diagonal up gives you 8. And so that'll get you up here on top of this platform. And then I try to do a jump when, if you look in the upper right hand corner of the gameplay, there's a little gap here. Once that gap closes, I do a I press and hold jump until the life meter is over the hawk door. And so what that'll do is that'll drop you down here. If you played the whole level without any slowdowns or anything, Birdo will shoot an egg to the right at the very beginning. And building up that downward momentum by jumping early, kind of helps you along. I'm sorry, I'm not really paying attention to Birdo here. Oh, I didn't make a save state, so we're gonna do the clip again. So throw, tap up, hold down. Oh, and I didn't get it. Let's do this one more time. I probably should have practiced this, but I didn't. Tap, hold, and then mash. All right, so save state, find jump, jump, release, and I would, oh. So, off cycle there, here we go. Yeah, and since Luigi falls so slow, you want to give Birdo a lot of room. So either stand far enough away that you can land on the eggs, or if you want to be a tryhard like me, you can stand on Birdo's head and just walk onto an egg, and then just jump up and grab it. But yeah, that's 1-1. All right, so in 1-2, you can do the carpet trick where you get rid of the enemy from the first carpet, spawn another carpet, take that enemy, and then get back on the first carpet and get a speed boost. But you really don't need to do that with Luigi. So what you want to do is you spawn like right here, is you want to run forward and do a full jump from the edge. And that'll take you over to this platform. And then from around here, you want to do another full jump. And that'll spawn that Bezo, which you can then jump off of. It sounds scary, but it's actually very, very easy to do. All right, so we're gonna watch this again here. So jump from the end, jump from about 3/4 of the way across, and then just press and hold jump. And that'll put you right on this platform nicely. I didn't mean to go left and spawn that Bezo, but you can then just run off, and then a full jump from around the middle of this platform. Get out of here, Bezo. Will put you right on the pipe if you want to go down and do the key kill. I cover the key kill in my any % tutorial, so I'm not going to beat a dead horse. There is a 1-up down here. It's pretty far out of the way. But yeah, if you can just charge a super jump, jump up here, make your way to Birdo, forget to jump, bonk into the wall. To get up to the platform as quickly as possible, a full jump from just past this tree will do it. I'm not quite sure how the cycles work on this Birdo fight, because I tend to grab the key if I use Luigi here. But it may make the difference between whether or not you make a cycle. And that's 1-2. There's not a whole lot to this level. Those jumps at the very beginning are very free. I wouldn't recommend taking the carpet ride to even someone who hasn't speedrun this game at all before. But anyway, on to 1-3. Alright, so Luigi 1-3 is, like Toad, a very easy level. I tend to do, again, I really like full jumps where possible, so I skip this lower platform here and jump here. And this is another one from, either around halfway to just past halfway. I do another jump, and that puts me up right in front of this shy guy. I can jump over, I do a big jump, big jump, big jump. I'm going to drop a save state here. From here, I do a jump and then release so that I fall down in here. So let's see, where does a full jump take me? A full jump's actually fine, so you don't have to release early like I've been doing. Get out of here, shy guy. Yeah, let's not do this small. Alright, so I'm going to drop another save state here. So there's a potion that you need for the warp zone. Just jump over here. The safest way to do this is just run up, place it, and hop up and then go down. You also can throw it from midair, save a little bit of time. It's a very minor time save. But yeah, that's all there is to it to 1-3. All right, so in 4-1, you start on ice. So similar like you would with Toad, if you just hold forward, it takes you quite a bit of time to come up to speed. So what you want to do is just jump at the very beginning. You accelerate in the air very quickly in this game versus pretty much any other Mario game. So you're going to take advantage of that here and do some jumps. And then from here, just pick a pattern that works for you. I do mostly small jumps through this section. There probably is a path you could take with big jumps, but it's just, there's not a whole lot of danger here. You can jump all the way up to here, drop down, grab the rocket. You can do the zombie rocket glitch if you want to, but I'm going to show a fairly spicy path through this upper section, so you don't want to really risk taking too much damage here. Yeah, anyway, so you're going to come in, you're going to be floating when you enter, so you don't have to worry as much about jumping right away. I like to jump over this first enemy and then immediately up to here. From around here, if you see Luigi is standing on like a full vertical brick, I guess, a full jump will take you up here, and then another full jump will, well, you have to release a little early here, will take you to right here. And from here, I jump, and then I release as soon as I'm confident I'm going to clear this pillar to set up a double jump off that flurry that's bonking in from the right side down there. So I'm going to show that all together. So big jump, big jump, big jump, pretty much a big jump, and then release, and then do a double jump, and then the goal, I overshot it there a little bit. Luigi just jumped so big. The goal is to land on that shy guy and then jump up here. And then from pretty much in the middle here, nearly a full jump will put you right at the beginning, and then you can jump up off of the shy guy on the auto bomb up here and grab the orb. And let's see if I can do this all together. So big jump, big jump, big jump, pretty much a big jump, let go, set up a double jump. All right, so there we go. Small jump, grab the orb. That's pretty much the fastest way I've found to do that section. You don't have to do it that fast, but especially if you're uncomfortable with the double jump. But yeah, you'll be able to figure out a safer path through this level if you're uncomfortable doing it that way. And that's it for 4-1. All right, so in 4-2, you've probably seen some of the top runners charge super jumps to get a little extra jump height here. Now let's just start this again here. Do something like this, and then a big jump, and then something like that. It's very easy with Luigi to jump too high doing that, though. So generally, I just do that. You don't have to do the vine jump if you don't want to, but you get such a big window with Luigi that it's really not too bad. Jumping from around the 5th block seems to get you to the vine at the peak of Luigi's jump. Maybe the seam between the 5th and 6th block, again, if you want to be a real tryhard. But anyway, so this next screen takes some planning. Luigi's big, slow jumps make it very easy to get mixed up with all these Bezoses, and, and before you know it, you're, retreating and spawning ones coming in from the left, and it's bad news. There are a bunch of different ways to get through here, but I'll show the way I do it. The first thing I do is a full jump from the 5th block. So with Toad, you typically would do a jump from the 4th block so you could grab the first Bezo. But a full jump from the 5th block works out pretty nicely with Luigi. This is a full jump and then another jump. And in this next section, I start jumping under this big cloud and then stop jumping when I'm under the little cloud. And that's kind of what I meant with if you go to the left a little bit, you can spawn Bezos that get in your way. So it ends up being easier to just have a plan of attack and kind of rolling with it without any slowdowns. All right, so let's just go through this again. So big jump, small jump, jump, release, duck, jump. And for the rest of the screen, I pretty much just do small jumps as soon as something is in my way. So there's going to be a couple flurries that come in. So I didn't have enough speed there to show it. So full jump, small jump, jump, release, slide, jump, little jump, slide, little jump, slide, little jump, slide or jump, little jump, and then you can just go right over to the door here. All right, so I made a save state here. There are a couple different ways you can do this first section of the whales. It's pretty easy. I used to run off here and then jump off the tail. It's not super precise, but it's probably needlessly risky. So you can just kind of jump across the ice platforms. And then this right here is the potion that we'll need for the warp. I'm going to make a save state here. So if you try to... Okay, so that time it worked. Sometimes when you run off here, you will... There, see, I hit that step. I did the exact same thing, but sometimes you hit the step. I assume it has something to do with your subpixel position. But basically, the fastest way to get through here, which is also the safest way, which works out really nicely, is to do nothing but big jumps starting from right here. But we need a way to get here safely. Let me make sure I despawn the whale spouts here. So basically what you want to do is run off of this ledge and tap jump in midair before you land on anything. And that'll always, and since you fall slower when you're holding A, even just a tiny little tap of jump will make it so that you always clear this corner safely. So tap, full jump, full jump, full jump, full jump. And then this last one's not quite a full jump, but you can throw the potion in midair, but it, again, just doesn't save a whole lot of time. And that's it. I'll show that again. Tap, full jump, full jump, full jump, full jump. Not quite, that's a pretty small jump, really. But yeah, and that is 4-2. All right, so 6-1 with Toad is pretty brutal to learn. And with Luigi, it's significantly easier than with Toad, but there are a lot of jumps that aren't full jumps or even just quick taps of the A button. There are a number of ways I've seen to do this, and I'll walk you through how I do it. The first is a full jump from under this first cloud. What that's going to do is put you on this Shy Guy right here. From here, another nearly full jump, not a full jump will take you just too far. We'll put you onto here. And then from there, I do a jump and release when Luigi's like right around here or so. And that'll put you on this cactus here. A fairly small jump will put you here. And then this one's a full jump, and then a small jump, medium jump to try and land here. From here, you want to do an immediate tap of A to land. It'll be typically the first Cobra you jump off of. But from there, you can jump up to here. From here, a full jump will take you on the second pokey, and another full jump will clear the whole thing. And let's see if I can do this all together. So full jump from under the cloud, nearly a full jump, medium jump, full jump, small jump, small jump, smallish to medium to big again. So this one is just going to take some practice to get through. Once you get it down, though, it's quite a bit easier than navigating this with Toad. It's potentially on par with getting through this section with Princess. But yeah, this is just something you're going to have to work on and find a route that really works for you. And that's what I do. All right, so I'm going to do this. Don't do a duck jump, because sometimes when you land while ducked, even if you're not holding down, it'll pop you right down into one of these, and you don't want to go into one of these. So with Luigi, I do a jump, and then another jump to get down here. This screen is a bit of a nightmare. So all four characters in this game dig at the same speed, but Luigi's a floaty boy who falls really slowly, which makes digging super awkward. So generally speaking, you're going to want to do some zigzagging. I tend to zigzag away from enemies with Luigi, and then once I'm clear of them, go back towards them. So what that does is it builds a little platform that they fall onto and then start walking kind of into the little triangle area you made away from you. Yeah, so So I'm digging away from that second Shy Guy, now away from the third one. And then, so here, if you stand kind of on the edge of the key, you can grab it without digging the sand. And then with Luigi, you want to be careful with your jump height. Let's show this again. I'm probably going to make a save state down here. Come on, keep digging. This was really bad. What did I do wrong? Save state. All right. So if we do real big jumps, we're waiting a lot of time for Luigi to fall back down to the sand tiles. So you kind of want to release jump right when Luigi is at one of the levels you're trying to jump to. If you're fast enough, you can go up the right side and out. Otherwise, you know, if you maybe have a couple bad jumps, the Phanto is going to be coming in from the right side, so you want to go up the left side. Now in this next section, I see a lot of people trying to juke it out or toss the key to make Phanto run away. But really what you can do is just a little duck jump in here and just race the Phanto to the door. And that's that. Alright, so this Birdo fight, you'll probably want to approach one of two ways. If you're still big Luigi, you can be pretty aggressive and maybe take damage. But let's pretend we're small Luigi here and we don't want to take a single hit. So we're going to come over here, grab this, come in, make a throw, and we're going to grab it right before the fire comes in so that while you're in the pickup animation, you don't have a hitbox, and so the fireballs can go right through you. And Luigi and Princess pick up the blocks so slowly that it's very easy to avoid taking damage by just picking up the block right before the fire comes. So this Birdo will shoot volleys of 3 fireballs. So there's a 1 second gap between the first and second, a 1 second gap between the second and third, and then a 2 second gap between the third and then the first one in the next set. So if you can tell where you are in the Birdo pattern, you can kind of use that to gauge whether or not it's safe to pick up the block without waiting for a fireball, or if you do need to wait around a little bit and then grab it right before the fire hits you. But yeah, that's pretty much this level. If you're big Luigi, you can be pretty aggressive on this fight. You can just kind of throw, grab, and you very likely will only take damage once if you're careful about, you know, landing on the block. The blocks can be a little finicky. Like right here, I'm pressing B, and it's not picking it up. Move a little over, nothing. Move a little over, nothing. Move a little over. There it is. So you can't be on the very edge and pick it up. You have to be, you kind of need your feet to be at least a little bit above the white section of the block to be able to grab them. But yeah, that's 6-1, so 6-2, 6-3, and 7-1 are typical Luigi levels, so we're going to pick things up again in 7-2. Alright, so 7-2 is a fairly straightforward level with Luigi. There is danger, but the level itself is probably easier with Luigi than it is with Toad or Mario. The warp fight, though, is a bit of a pain in the butt. But anyway, so this first screen, we notice we have some snippets here. They're jumping, they're shooting, sometimes 1, sometimes 2 shots. These are on a timer from whenever you select your character. So when you enter the level, it's always going to be the same delay until their first shot. A real safe way would be to kind of wait up here for a gap. You know, if you wait for a string of 2 shots, it's pretty much going to be safe to go over, but that's slow, and this is a speed run. So what we're going to do is we're going to do a little duck jump from the end here over onto this guy here. There are 2 things you can do. The first is to delay a little bit and then go, and then you don't have to worry about this guy shooting you from the left. Or you can go right away, no hesitation, and just do a small jump and then jump off. That's something you'll want to practice, but it's not as bad as it looks. this is something you could get the hang of pretty quickly. So small jump and then jump again. Generally speaking, you don't want to run off of this Sniff It, because sometimes, depending on when you run off of it, it can shoot you in the butt. So I would generally recommend not ever just walking off of that one. So in this next screen, we're on a conveyor belt that's moving left to right. So you run faster going to the right than to the left. And you got these Shy Guys coming out of this little urn over here. Rip urn, etc., etc. Generally, you can just do a little duck jump in here. So we're going to really take advantage of a couple mechanics in this game here. So small jumps, quick taps of A only go a little bit high. Big jumps take you a little higher. So what we want to do is a small jump and then re-grab the jump button so that we don't fall as quickly. And so what that lets us do is just go right over those first two. From there, jump up to here, and you can just duck jump over all of these. There's really no pattern Luigi can't clear here. And then we're on this platform that's moving right to left, so we don't want to spend a whole lot of time on here. Luigi jumps so big, though, that you can get through here pretty easily with a couple duck jumps. Woo! Alright, so yeah, so Luigi's a floaty boy, but he's pretty safe in here. With Toad, you generally want to run off of this. Since it's going left to right, you want the full speed boost. But Luigi is super slow and whatnot, so it puts you in danger of getting hit by those fireballs there. Some duck jumps. So instead of running off, we're just going to do a small jump over there. And then up here. If you want to try hard, you can do a chain jump up here. Now this room here, it has that first spark, which can be dangerous, if you're Toad or Mario or Princess and go without hesitation here. It's this one really that looks scary but isn't scary at all. So oh geez, okay, there's a spark there. We're going to reload this room. And I'm just going to hold left. So Luigi will fall to a false floor here. Once you land, you can jump up, just run, and do a duck jump under there. If you don't bonk or slow down at all, you'll never get hit. And from here, we jump up, do a chain jump. This is a huge skip. Skips like 70% of the level. You don't even have to jump to go over one-tile gaps with Luigi. The complication is you have to then release the run button to fall down here and grab the key. So kind of look for a safe spot. Oh geez. This is easier to do fast than it is slow. So chain jump. I'll run across. I'm going to drop a save state in case I screw this up again. Trying to explain things. So basically what we want to keep an eye on is whether or not there's going to be an egg like this or a fireball. If so, you can just tap the down button to grab the chain and avoid danger. You want to avoid hitting up, because if you hit up too high on the screen... actually, let me just show this. You'll transition into this next room, and when you go back down, surprise, Birdo has the key, which that's the intended thing in the game, but you don't want that. So we're just going to go down here. We're going to look for a safe spot to drop in and grab the key. If you need to, you can use your iframes to pick it up. Get in the door. I'm going to make a save state here. So this room looks scary. It's really not. One thing to know, though, is you can't throw with momentum while standing under a tile like this. It blocks you. Like, I'm trying to throw, but I had to throw from over here. But generally, you can just come under here. You can duck under them. You only need to duck under the first one. You can go right under the next one, go in here, and that's that. Next, we have everyone's childhood nightmare. So ideally, you'll want to get 2 hits on your first throw, and you accomplish that by you want to be pretty close to the door, holding right, and quickly releasing and re-grabbing the run button to get like a full speed throw. And you want to do it from in close so that the trajectory is fairly horizontal. And that makes it bounce hard enough so that it'll get a second hit before resting in place at the bottom. Let's just drop this. I'm gonna make a save state. And then you can just throw it for the next one. A safer strategy, throw, jump over, throw, jump over, grab, throw. Either one's fine. Cycles in this game are very important. If you're going for the fastest kill on Wart with Toad or something. So if we come over here, so the vegetables started spawning here, but Wart hasn't spawned yet. They operate independently. These vegetables are on a timer from the beginning of the level, whereas Wart, he's always going to start there, waddle forward, do a string of low bubbles, and then the next 3 are going to be higher bubbles. Every 4th one is a low pattern. So we're going to get one more high pattern here. And then this next one's going to be a low pattern again. Yeah, there's the low one. And so the first vegetable is going to pop out from the center one to the right, exactly like that one did. That was not planned. But the bubble pattern is low, and Luigi falls super slowly, so it's nearly impossible to grab it like you would with Toad or Mario or Princess. So generally, you can just float over there at the beginning. I try and grab it from the top. It's a little finicky sometimes. Let me make a save state. Got it? Okay, and so if we watch when Wart is opening and closing his mouth, we can use that to time our throws. Luigi is too slow to make quick hits depending on where in the cycle Wart is, so we kind of just want to time them all. So when Wart closes his mouth, I do a full jump, bonk off the ceiling, full jump, bonk off the ceiling, and as soon as I land, I do another full jump and then throw at the apex. So let's full jump and throw. And so that will spawn another vegetable. And so for the next hits, the timing is the same after Wart closes his mouth as it is when he stops blinking after taking damage. So for this one, we're going to watch for Wart to close his mouth. Full jump, jump, and throw. Stops blinking, so full jump, and throw. Full jump, and throw. Ooh, geez. Okay, and I kind of lost where I was in the pattern, so I had to scramble there. Now, full jump, throw. Ooh, okay, it can be tough to grab that one that goes low right. Alright, I kind of forgot what I was doing here. So full jump, throw. If you can grab another one, you might as well throw it at Wart. There's a chance you'll get a frame perfect glitch, which will send Wart off screen really fast and cause that little fanfare jingle to happen sooner. It's nothing to worry about, but if you have an opportunity to try for it, you might as well. And you enter the door, and that is any % Luigi only. I'll also be doing a similar video with Toad only, where I'll show 6-2, 6-3, and 7-1. And then I'll also be doing Princess and Mario only tutorials as well. As you can see, I was using save states from all levels, so we get the full contributor score. Typically in this category, you would see 0800 there instead of 17111. But yeah, that's it. Feel free to hit me up on Twitch, twitch.tv/KurtzNewBrand. I'm always happy to talk shop. I love answering questions about Mario 2, helping out new runners. Yeah, so reach out if you have any questions. But otherwise, yeah, check the description for information on 6.2, 6.3, and 7.1. And I'll catch you next time.